welcome back to another episode of Giggles and Grinds. I'm your host, Kenny, and this is our guest,
Abby.
Woo! She's back! So, we talk about studying abroad and stuff. Today, I want to talk about something is like more, hoping more people can relate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like body positivities, insecurity, like self-love. It's all about self-love today. So, tell me, what do you think about nowadays, like the beauty standards nowadays?
I think it's better than before. Like it used to be so toxic. That's what I think. Sometimes it reaches to the point that it's unhealthy and bad. And as a nurse, I can't support that. But I think it's way better. Like, it's mostly about you loving yourself no matter what you are. It's not just about what the standards that we used to have. And people are more open for being different now. So I'm glad, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays, like the beauty standards like that we're having now is more free.
It is more free.
It's like, okay, like everyone is talking about body positivities, and there's so many influencer like talking about this, embracing your own insecurity, fake it till you make it.
Yes.
So like I feel like it's way better than before.
It is.
Cause like, I don't know like about you, but my country, like in Hong Kong, the beauty standard is crazy.
I know.
Like
I've
even
heard.
nowadays.
It didn't change.
Like, okay, there's still some like vlogger, like YouTuber talk about this, but I don't know. Is that like okay? It's not like big majority of people change. Only like small majority, maybe like our generation change and stuff, but the others I don't think so. Cause for me growing up, like everybody called me a fat kid. Like everyone called me a pig. That's my name. For like primary school and secondary school.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. People will get over it, to be honest. Suck it up. Done. So, like, yeah, like, me growing up, like, everyone called me a pig. And even, like, my family, they were like, no, like, you need to lose weight, you're too fat. Like, you need to, like, do more sports and stuff. Like, that's what I'm, like, growing up with. So, like, I'm, like, very glad that now, like, our society started to change and just like okay, like you gotta embrace it and stuff. But like, what about you?
Well, I remember basically the standards are always been, you have to have straight long hair, you have to be skinny, you have to be white, you have to be tall. I used to Google how to be tall surgeries. Like, is there a surgery that would make you taller? Because my whole family are like 170, 175 and over, girls and boys.
That's pretty tall, to be honest.
Well, it's not, but
I mean, like, if you have a comparison, yeah, that's pretty
and
tall,
I'm the short
yeah
person in my dad's family, and I remember everyone commenting. Like, my uncle every time he sees me, used to be like, "Oh my God, you didn't get any taller. You keep getting shorter." And I'm like, "Thanks." It used to affect me. Okay, I used to hate going to my family because of that. But at some point, you just if you don't like it, work on it. If you can't work on it, then learn how to like it. Not deal with it. Learn how to like it.
Okay, yeah, learn how to love it.
Yeah, learn how to love it, Because if you don't love yourself, no one's going to love you. And confidence is a power. Like, it's actually a power. It's a superpower. If you are I'm not going to say the ugliest, but if you are not, the perfect fit for people, but you come with a confident...
Yeah, that confident boost.
Yes.
Yeah.
People are going to look at you differently.
Yeah, I mean, it's so true.
Yeah, I know. Like, you see people that, they're not the prettiest. They're not the, but how they carry themselves makes you be like, wow, she's the shit.
like, yeah, she's cool, she's so pretty and everything.
Yeah, so I feel it's more about the inside.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're healthy,
Mm.
as long as you're taking care of yourself, if you're working on the stuff that you don't like, just learn how to love yourself.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
you have to do. You know, you don't have to be like everyone else.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but like you being as a girl, obviously, like I feel like girls are always not like a target,
Expected to be
but
something.
we're always like gotta be the topic of like when we're talking about bodies and like it's like okay, like you gotta be like this and that, you gotta dress like that, you can't
Yeah.
do that and stuff. So like how does it make you feel? Like
I mean, it's a shitty situation.
I mean, yeah, that is, but
It is. Like, it's not something I'm happy about.
Mhm.
It is what it is. It is reality.
Mhm.
Women are expected more than men. I'm not saying men are not, okay? But women are always expected more.
Mhm.
We're expected to have a nice body, have a nice personality,
Mhm.
have a nice skin, have a blah, 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 you know? I'm not also, again, I'm not saying men are not,
Mhm.
but it's usually more like women,
Mhm.
life is not fair. What can you do about it beside? It's a mindset. If you
Mhm.
change your mindset, that shouldn't affect you.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. I have curly hair. I have super curly hair,
Mhm.
right? I start loving my curly hair when I started uni, I think, or like
Mhm.
the last couple of years of my
Mhm.
high school.
Mm.
I've always straightened my hair. I've always done protein. I've always done keratin. I've never had my natural hair.
Mm.
And that's because people used to be like, oh, every time I go out with my curly hair, they're like, oh, why didn't you do your hair? Why is it so puffy? Why is it so frizzy? Why is it? And blah, blah, blah. So to fit, I've always straightened my hair.
Mm.
But at some point, I was like, why do I have to please them?
Yeah, like why are you doing this?
Why am I doing that for
Mhm.
them? If I like my curly hair, then why do I have to give a shit about what other people are
I
saying?
love your curly hair. It's so cute. It's so nice. I love that.
Thank you.
It's like a lion type of situation. I loved it. I mean, I loved it. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
so sure, like you growing up as a kid, you always want to fit in people's expectation.
Yes.
Like, about, like, what people commenting on you. Like your body, like your appearance. So, like, I feel like you're just always trying to make yourself to fit the standard.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like, some of them is not even realistic.
True.
Like, you can't even do it. Why are you expecting people to do the same thing and you're commenting on other people's body?
I know, and what pisses me off is that you don't know the backstory of anything.
Mm-hmm.
There are people with thin hair because they're sick.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that are fat because they have hormonal problems. There are people, like, there is a lot of things that people don't put in perspective when they speak and comment on other people, you know? Like, you don't know what the other person is going through for you to be able to say stuff like that.
Exactly.
Especially, again, women, we go through so many hormones, and we shift so many times through our period. So, just shut up.
Exactly.
You know?
Like, I am not, like, not trying to be mean, but I'm just like, me as a person, you as a person, I'm not judging you. Why are you judging me?
And sometimes I'm like, look at yourself in the mirror.
Exactly.
If you're not
Thank
Tom
you.
Cruise, why are you commenting?
So true.
I know.
So true. But what is something like you as a kid growing up because of like how people commenting? You said about your hair, so
Yeah.
like okay, because people say, "Oh my God, why are you not doing your hair?" That's why you do it. But if you have the chance to go back in time,
I would tell myself, girl, people pay to get perms.
I mean, I did it.
I
So
Like, people would die for your hair. You should be thankful about how thick your hair is. You should be thankful about how, like, healthy your hair was, how long it was. Like,
I mean, a lot of people wanted that.
yeah.
I mean, at least for me, I paid money to perm my hair. To
I
feel
thought that
like
was
her
crazy
hair.
because I was like, who would want to deal with that? Who would want to deal with that?
Me.
But then, yeah, exactly. what you don't like, other people would wish for.
Exactly. So like, even like sometimes like, to be honest, like me thinking about like what you're saying, I was like, that's so true. Cause like when I was a kid, cause like class, like people call me pig and everything, so you just want to wear as baggy as you can just to cover your body,
Yeah.
so like no one can see. I mean, obviously people still see, but you're just lying to yourself to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
But now it's just like it make it a habit. You know what I meant?
Yeah.
It's like no matter what people are saying, what people see, you still make it as a habit. You wear as baggy as you can just to cover it up. I feel like that's like the aftermath.
Of bullying.
Like you gotta deal with yourself, and it's not something that people said can just make you like suddenly like, okay, yeah, I'm done with that. I wear whatever I want. It's just like, it's not traumatizing.
It
but
is.
It's still
It
like.
is. I think it is. Until this day, there's these comments that no matter how much I worked on myself, there's these comments that are just stuck in my head, you know? Like, every time I look at myself and I see that, I remember someone calling me that. Like, there's this one person that commented on my thighs. And no matter how much I try to convince myself that it's not there, I can't. I still see it there. So what you said, fake it till you make it, that's a good advice. And second of all, like, you hate your stomach, okay? You hate your legs. Some people don't have legs. Some people don't have so many. No, actually, you always, like, okay, maybe it's me because I've seen patients that struggle with that, you know, if it hit me, I think. But you should be so thankful that these thighs that you hate carry your body, helps you move around. There are people who wish that had stuff that you have, you know? Like, you starve yourself, you get into like these strict food habits that can lead to diseases and issues and disorders. There are people who are not allowed to eat, who are like in this strict diet because of sickness, who have stomach problems. It just, since I've seen these patients, it hits me. Every time I'm complaining about this myself, I'm like, you should be thankful because other people wish to live or to be half of what you are. Yeah, you should be grateful.
I mean, that's great. To be honest, that's such a good point for people to actually think about, like, the things you're like complaining about. It's just like, at least you have those, you know?
It is, yeah, true.
So make people think, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you embracing yourself is such like a long journey.
It is.
And I mean, like, for me, I'm still on my way to it. But what's something that you like? What one thing that you're just like, okay, like, while I'm on this journey, that helped me the most?
Well, one thing I start believing is that never voice out what you hate about yourself, because that makes your mind believe it. So even if you think about it, don't voice it out, ever. Yeah. So don't voice it out. Just, it's in your mind, it will always be a thought. But once you say it, it will stick. It's out loud, it's in the universe.
Yeah.
That's why people say don't let it out to the universe. Keep it.
And I like what you were saying earlier. Confidence. If you don't have it, fake it till you make it, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, and just love yourself, girl.
Exactly. We're
And
all
boys.
about, like,
And boys.
everyone just love and peace. So thank you for coming again, and say bye to everyone, please.
Bye, guys. See you again.
Bye.